Joining us now is Jerry Edwards, head coach and athletic coordinator at Harker Heights High School, and also star this week of From the Sidelines from Raising Cane's on Tuesday night. He brought the folks out. The Booster Club was out there selling T-shirts and stuff. It was a great event. Had some folks come in, and Deuce Moore's mom and dad came by after you left. I don't know if you were still there when they came in, but that was nice to see him. Sorry to see him injured, and I know he could have been a big help for you this year, but you've got some guys that are just playing wonderful football right now all the way across the board like we talked about on the show. But it doesn't get any easier with Belton. But go back to last week, tell the folks about the Temple game. Those of them may not have heard. What a ball game.
Yeah, it was a good game. You know, unfortunately, we came up on the short end of the stick last Friday night over in Temple. Really played well in all three phases, kind of dominated the stat categories, all but turnovers. We were, had the lead at halftime, came out, and we're playing good second half, but we've, turned the ball over 3 times in the second half that led to 14 points. And so, in the last one, we got a big 4th down stop and gave our kids a chance to win the game, and we marched down the field, got all the way to the 20-yard line. We're in field goal range to send it to overtime or score a touchdown and win it. And I kind of felt like our team was in a good position to win it or at least send it to overtime. And then, unfortunately, we laid the ball on the turf, and it was scooped up by Temple, and they returned it for a touchdown, with about a minute left to go in the ball game, and we lost. And so, it was definitely a gut punch and a tough one to lose. Because we felt like we played well enough to win, just some mistakes that we typically don't make. Really in all 3 phases. We had a field goal blocked early in the game, a couple blown coverages that we haven't done all year. So, just a couple things here and there that if we'd have cleaned up and wouldn't have had, I think the outcome would have been different. But you live and learn, right? And so. It was a good learning experience. Sometimes you can get a lot more from a loss than you can a win. So it was able to refocus us and re-energize us and to make sure that, how games can slip away if you allow them to. And so I think it was a good learning lessons for our kids. Tough way to learn, but, it was good for us, halfway through the season. We're sitting at 4-1. We really feel good about our football team and where we're at. And it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And the next 5 games will determine if we get bonus games. And so that's what our focus is on. We put that loss behind us, and we're ready to move forward.
Well, you have Belton Tigers up for you tonight at home. It's going to be senior night, like you said. They're going to be highlighting your seniors before the game. You've got a senior class. It's going to be some really special kids in that senior class. Yeah,
great group of kids, when they came in as freshmen, and that was kind of our message to them the other day. When they came in as freshmen, our varsity was 1-9, and so these seniors, have taken it upon themselves to rewrite the program and to change the status quo around here, so to speak. And it's all on their shoulders. So they have a chance, an opportunity. It's not going to be easy because each week presents a challenge, but they do have the opportunity to go 9-1 and flip the script, within a 3-year span. And that really talks to their leadership, their commitment to the program, their athleticism. And so, that's kind of one of our goals and what we're kind of shooting for. Like I said, it'll be extremely tough to do, but, for those seniors to even be in the conversation of taking a 1-9 program to 9-1 is huge.
Don't know much about Belton besides the scores and the stats I've seen. It doesn't seem to be the powerful Belton teams we've seen in the past. Of course, Lake Belton has helped that happen with splitting schools and stuff. But Belton's still going to have a good team over there. What do you know about it?
Well, they're well coached. I know their head coach and their offensive coordinator extremely well. I know that those kids are going to be very well coached. They're going to be sound defensively. I know that going into the spring they emphasized working on their defense. And I think they're one of the top 2 defenses statistically right now going into the game. And so we're going to have our hands full moving the football against them. And then offensively, they like to pound the ball, a lot of screen game, trick plays. different things that I like to do. So we got to make sure that we kind of stop the power run game. I think that's going to be critical, and make sure that we're aware of any tricks or screens that they might pull out at any time in the game. But our kids are focused in on the challenge. Like I said, we feel like we got to get back on track, and this will be a game to try to help us get back on track. And we just need to take care of ourselves. I've said it in the past, as long as we focus on us and we execute at a high level, we're an extremely tough team to beat. And so hopefully we get back to that old, the Knights that played the first 4 games and got some of those hiccups and miscues out of the way last week.
Yeah. I mean, the beginning of the season, you were playing so well. I think tonight you put it all back together and start that roll along into the rest of the season. I mean, kids, you've got so much talent on the offensive side of the ball. I talk about that a lot, but the defense is really, really, really done a great job too.
Yeah, our defense has played well. We've kept people out of the end zone. Our points allowed per game is tracking pretty low right now because our kids have done a great job there. Up until last week, we had been getting around about 3 turnovers a game, and so we kind of refocused back in on that on practice this week, making sure that we can get takeaways, defensive stops and takeaways, because that way we can get the ball back to our offense. Our offense is explosive, and the more chances they can have with the football, the better our odds of winning the game. The other night we did force Temple to punt 7 times. But they didn't have any turnovers. We punted twice and had 4 turnovers in the game, and so that was kind of the big difference in the ball game. And so we got to make sure that we're good on defense because I know that they're going to come out and they'll try to establish the run game, and they can throw it a little bit. They got a big receiver, number 84, that plays tight end, but they put him out wide. That does a tremendous job, and then the Morgan kid is leading the district in receptions. And so we got to keep an eye on those guys too because they can throw it around.
Well, as long as you play Harker High Knights football, I think you'll be all right, Coach.
Well, we hope so. District 12 6A, there's no easy wins. Every week is a challenge. A lot of well-coached, good athletic football teams that we face on the field each and every Friday night. But we're hoping the home crowd gets behind us. Another big crowd there at Leo Buckley, and our Knights can get out there and get the job done.
All right, good luck. And Jerry's last words are always,
go Knights.